The woman nervously tore at the paper cup in her hands. Suddenly, a doctor emerged from the room with a heavy expression saying, "We've done everything we could." Jess instantly collapsed, her heartbreaking sobs filling the air. But in the next moment, the tragedy she had just witnessed turned out to be another hallucination. The doctor actually told her that her child's seizure was now under control. However, Jess's unauthorized entry into the ward had violated the Child Protection Agreement. If discovered, she would lose all visitation rights. The next day, Child Protective Services conducted medical examinations on Jess's other two children. Her older son appeared fine, but shocking bruises on little Frank's arm left everyone stunned. Based on the shape of the bruises, it was clear they were grip marks left by someone grabbing him forcefully. Yet the boy claimed he couldn't remember how it happened. Mel began to wonder, could Jess really be abusing her own children? Soon after, news came from school that Frank was being bullied, and the bully was Mel's own child. On the way home, Jess's oldest son fell from a tree and broke his arm. 3 children injured in succession. In the eyes of Child Protective Services, this was clear evidence of abuse. The doctor had no choice but to report the situation, putting Jess at risk of losing all her children. Before leaving, Mel told Jess's husband to check the laptop's search history when he got home. Meanwhile, desperate and cornered, Jess made a reckless decision. She secretly snuck into the intensive care unit and took her daughter. When Liz discovered what had happened, she rushed to the parking lot to warn Jess that the child could have another seizure at any moment and would need emergency medical care. Police arrived, and Jess was arrested on charges of kidnapping a child under protective custody. The authorities then presented their evidence against Jess. Surveillance footage showed that on the day of the incident, Jess had purchased children's ibuprofen at a convenience store. This mother, who normally distrusted medication so much that she wouldn't even vaccinate her children, why would she buy pain medication at that particular time? Police concluded that Jess knew what was going to happen, and buying the medication in advance was evidence of premeditated crime. Despite the overwhelming evidence, Jess continued to firmly deny the charges. In court, she was granted bail, but all her friends believed she was guilty. However, Jess realized that her introverted younger son might know something. During a school event, when Mel and his wife got into an argument, Frank suddenly ran toward the woods in terror. When they caught up with him, the boy pointed trembling at someone and shouted, "It was him!" The truth finally emerged. On the day of the incident, after Jess left to buy medication, Paul had come to discuss an investment opportunity with her husband. Finding no one home, he offered to help change the baby's diaper, but became distracted by credit cards on the table. In that split second, the baby fell from the table to the floor, and Frank witnessed everything. But Paul didn't call an ambulance. Instead, he threatened young Frank to keep the secret, warning that otherwise he would tell police it was Frank's fault and send his mother to prison. Finally, with his mother's protection and encouragement, Frank revealed the truth. Paul was sentenced to 2 years in prison, and Jess's innocence was vindicated. After enduring this hellish ordeal, her postpartum depression symptoms gradually improved, and she once again became the perfect mother in everyone's eyes.